Doageris! Naidon Mevadas! Geletis! Zadrizes Bustaris Costaor.
It's the 1,000 blades of Aegon's enemies. A story we agree to tell each other over and over till we forget that it's a lie. But what do we have left once we abandon the lie? Chaos. A gaping pit waiting to swallow us all. Chaos isn't a pit. Chaos is a ladder.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Let me put the light on. I don't like my face in this bright white light. Whew. Oh, wow. Right, I'm here. Hi, guys. How you doing? What an episode. Wow. So good. So good. Unbelievable. Like, really, really was such a good episode. Good evening, all. Hope you enjoyed the episode tonight. It says Poppin in the Show Me State. Good to see you, Poppin. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you, my friend. This, again, will be a quick live stream, as always, every Sunday night, guys. Just my initial thoughts. Will run pretty much straight through my notes that I wrote down as I was watching it. And then we're going to get out of there, and we'll be here tomorrow, where you'll be able to ask me even more in-depth questions, details, stuff like that. But this show just, what can I say? This show just keeps getting better. I said it at the beginning of the season that I'm probably going to give every single episode a 10 because that's just the way I feel about this show. And look what happened tonight. Like, so good. Good evening, everyone. Everyone have their balls. Council time, says LSAPC. That is correct. Although tomorrow is the day that I officially announce my council members. We do have one member as of current, and that is Fidel. He is my Master of Laws. And at the end of this live stream, I will message my Hand of the King, and I will let my Hand of the King know that they have been appointed their seat at the council. Francis, good evening. Thanks for being here. Good evening, ladies and gents. Council check present. Ryan, good to see you. Thank you for being here, Francis. Hello, everyone. Foods at the pantry and drinks are on Ryan. Well, I'm drinking my Red Bull because it's 4:15 a.m. here in Scotland. And I'm now watching it. I've just finished watching it. I was an hour late, as always. I'm an hour late, but that's not an issue. That's not an issue. Got my ball all polished up. Best episode ever. In the Danny voice. Are you saying that in the Danny voice? Amelia Clark with that meme. 20 out of 10. Best episode yet. Oh wow. Mitchie's here as well. Mitchie. Awesome. Mitchie just sent me a message, and she's named the goat Billy, so the goat is now called Billy for the remainder of the show. Guys, that's me caught up with chat. What can I say? This episode, I kind of wish that this episode was like a 2-hour one that connected with last week's, because it was the whole story and the telling of the dragon seeds, and this week just amped up really, really big. We got that infamous shot of Rhaenyra and Vermithor, and she's standing in front of Vermithor. What a shot, right? So good, so good. I do have that image in 4K. That will be part of the slideshow tomorrow. Can't wait. Ball is still warm. Last checked, sirs and ladies. Love it, love it. Let me open my notes up real quickly. If you do see a head pop up just behind here, I have a friend's kid staying, and he's asleep on the sofa. So I hope I don't wake him up. Mitchie's here with the emojis. Got my balls and Jeremy's. Hell yeah. That pic will be my screen background. Bro, people have literally reached out to me during the episode and saying, I need that picture. It's going to be there in the background. Yeah, I completely agree. All right, let me go through my notes, shall we? Yeah, let's just go. Episode 7 notes. I'm loving these recaps each week at the beginning of every episode. So good. So informative. And it's not just a recap of what we saw last week. I feel like it's a recap of a lot of stuff, and it tells the story and gets you ready for this episode. We see Sea Smoke and Cyrax on the beach, kind of like a Western style, like face-off, I guess. I love that conversation. Rhaenyra was a little bit hesitant. She didn't know who that was. It was claiming one of the Black dragons, and was a bit confused. And yeah, it was very good. Again, Corlys is doing my head a little bit. Corlys really is doing my head, and he really hasn't done much for Rhaenyra. It definitely feels like he's making a rod for his own back. I don't know, pardon the pun there. Rhaenyra confronts Adam, and Adam quickly bends the knee and wants to learn the ways of dragon riders. Interesting that he instantly just, you're going to bend a knee, aren't you, to the queen? So I get it. But yeah, he needs to have more of a voice against his father, I believe. I think he needs to stand up and say some stuff to Corlys, because yeah, I'm not liking what Corlys is doing this season, unfortunately. Then we cut to Alicent, and she is having her arm cleaned with her cut that she got in a prior episode. Again, paralleling the same kind of cut that Rhaenyra had on her arm that she gave to Rhaenyra. And she says that nothing is clean at this table. Nothing is clean. Rat at the table. Did you notice the rat at the table? Yeah. Okay. Somebody just messaged me. I was a bit concerned because one of my friends, well, I'll just say Charles. Charles was playing a game with me, I guess. He said it was okay with his review in the group chat. And I was a bit like, what? And he just messaged me. I'm only joking, 20 out of 10. So yeah, he was only joking. Love it. Clean meaning she's not clean. Nothing is clean here. Yeah, I could see that. That's why she left and she went to the lake to basically baptize her sins away. Yeah, I like that. That opening scene with the Queen and Adam is so good. Reasons why I love this show and Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of wide angle shots, and knowing that was filmed in the UK, even better. Like a lot of this show was filmed in the UK, which I have a little bit of a bone to pick with HBO. How is it okay for you to come to our shores and film the greatest television show in the world, but yet the people that live on these shores can't access HBO or can't access Max? I think that's a little bit shitty, if you ask me. HBO, sort it out, will you? Well, I shouldn't have to be an hour behind, and that's going through nefarious ways to find the episode. In the UK, we have to wait until 9 p.m. UK time on a Monday night, like for the US. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, we're back to the episode. Alicent says that she wants to go out, which was very interesting. The wall is mentioned. Did you guys catch the wall reference? Aemond is sending Aegon's lackey friends, the guys that he hired up into his Kingsguard. Obviously, they cut the arm off of the small folk last episode when Helena and Alicent were running from the small folk in the capital. So yeah, he's sending them to the wall. That one was interesting. Exactly, Francis. I agree. HBO, shame. But I'm here, I'm here. It's funny how I get access to early images on a Thursday, but I can't watch the episode until an hour after everyone else. It's like, oh, it stresses me out. That 1 hour every single Sunday is probably the worst hour of my life. Just staying off social media, staying away from group chats with friends, because I don't want to get spoiled, even though I kind of know what's coming. They are changing a lot of stuff in the show. So we also see Iron Rod sharing information with Larys over Sea Smoke. He says that a person that works on a ship told him that they saw it. It was like a Chinese whispers thing to Larys. And obviously Larys isn't for wanting to take information to Aemond if it's not correct. And I don't think he wants to take any information to Aemond anyway, because of what Aemond did to him last week. So I feel like that was a little bit of a, I'll keep stuff from you because you didn't want me to be part of your show, I guess. So that was where I was getting from that. I like the line, "A whisper left to the wind," says Laris. That was a nice line. I'm a big component of trying to figure out quotes and stuff for actors and stuff. It really does my head in, because Laris was, it might not be Laris, it might have been, I don't know, I think Laris was at a Comic-Con that I went to and I didn't meet him. Yeah, that shame on me, I guess. A lowborn should not claim dragons, says Bartimus Celtigar. Remember last week I was saying how he was annoyed that Sir Darkland had the chance to do it, and he didn't want to have the Targaryen line diminished. So yeah, he's sticking with that story in this episode as well, which I like. Celtigar, he sticks to his guns. He's a slime ball, but I like him. Jace wants to see the Queen, although the Queen was not able to attend her own council meeting. It's very interesting that the way they're going with this, Rhaenyra seems to have more interest and more faith in Mysaria. I don't know if that's just because of the kiss last week and her saving her life with the guards, with the Cargill brothers. Maybe that's where she just gets more faith and trust in her. But I don't know. It's interesting. It's the way they're doing it. Like I said, that's not book canon. That's not book knowledge, and I'm starting to be okay with that, because all of us have realized over this time that the book isn't and this is what happened kind of thing. It's a telling of histories from the public point of view, and the public point of view is what is told to them. So private conversations in private rooms might be different to what the public get to hear about. Like, for example, Lord Beesbury, the public still believe that he's alive and locked in a dungeon, and that we know as insiders that his head was caved in at the council table and he's dead. But the people of King's Landing and the realm don't know that, and that's why certain wars are happening and certain families are not happy with certain families because of it. So it's definitely an interesting conversation, and I can't wait for the show to be done entirely, because then I can just unleash all the book stuff that was different to the show, and whether I think it's better or whether I think it's worse and all that kind of stuff. Ulf, I get wet from your dragon piss. Mine to dry me up outside. I got wet from your dragon piss. Mine to dry me up outside. Yeah, that's a good point. Find riders for Vermithor and Silverwing. Highborn over Lowborn. That was a good conversation about it doesn't matter whether you're Highborn or Lowborn when it comes to dragons. You need people that can ride it. Very interesting. Adam wishes to leave from Corlys's side, so he doesn't want to work anymore on the boats, and Corlys grants it and doesn't really even say "I'm proud of you, son" or anything like that. He just says "well done." Again, I'm not a fan of Corlys in this season, as you've heard me say before. Where did my notes go? Bear with me, guys. Highborn, Lowborn, let's raise the army. Let's raise an army of bastards, says Rhaenyra. Interesting. I probably use interesting too much, guys. The Tullys arrive at Harrenhal with the River Lords in tow, and Oscar Tully is proud of his title and his position, and he even stands up to Daemon. I'm interested in you guys in the chat. What do you think of Daemon this season? Do you want him to do more, or has he done enough for you for Daemon this season? Because I don't know. I know he's been dealing with a lot of the stuff from season 1 and a lot of his past, and we even see that in this episode. He talks again to his brother, the old King Viserys Targaryen, and this time it is the old man. It's the dying, decrepit face. Just amazing. And I did watch the after episode thing, and that was a change that Paddy Considine requested himself. Once he was going to do the final scenes with Daemon, he wanted to be in the whole get-up of looking old again. And yeah, just fantastic. Absolutely brilliant conversation between the two of them. 7 people in the chat tonight, guys. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like button if you're enjoying it, and start to get your questions ready for tomorrow night. And feel free to throw them at me in DMs or whatever you want to do, because yeah, we're going to have fun with it tomorrow. It's going to be a great night. Damon has not done enough and is about to start paying child support, says Mitchie. I like that. Damon's not done enough and is about to start paying child support. Yep. I think Damon got closure in this episode, and we'll see a different Damon moving forward. Okay. Yeah, the story definitely moves forward this episode, and I definitely feel like it's going to move the chess pieces on the board, and yeah, we're going to go where we're going to go with it. But he didn't take the crown, correct? He didn't take the crown. Remember me asking you guys that last week? What does Damon want? Does he just want forgiveness for all his sins? Does he want the crown? Does he want to stand next to his wife and lover, Rhaenyra? What does Damon want? It's a very interesting conversation. And I don't even know if we all have the answers for it yet. Damon is all over the place. And even that goat, too bad for it. As soon as I saw the goat, I was thinking of Mitchie. I was laughing. I was like, oh, she's going to be going off one now. Yeah, the goat is interesting. He sure thinks he is the king. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's said that now multiple times. People have questioned his prince regency, and he's snapped back. I am the king. So yeah, I like that Poppin's seeing that kind of stuff. Oscar stands to Damon. Willem Blackwood kneels to Oscar, but Oscar says that things have changed, and that's not the way it should be. And you did what you wanted to do because you wanted to do it. You didn't do it for the realm. You didn't do it for your lords. You did it for you. Speaking of Willem Blackwood. And again, I struggle to know if it's real or if it was Damon dreaming again. Did he really behead Sir Willem? Because we didn't see it. We just saw the sword come down. So it's up for question as to whether Willem did die. I'm going to say he did. So we'll go with that one. My notes just jumped to the bottom again. Damon beheads Sir Willem, and then we see the goat. Then we see dying King Viserys. The crown crushes whoever wears it, says Viserys. He says Damon always wanted it. Does he still want it? I think he was dreaming, says Poppin. Interesting. Now that is how you behead someone, not that wussy Cole. Oh, you guys have got it in for Cole, haven't you? Damon will come around. Okay. Cole's next. Interesting. Yeah, we didn't see Cole in this episode, did we? We see him in the after scene thing, talking about next week. Next week's going to be so good. I can't wait. The crown crushes whoever wears it, says Viserys. He says Damon always wanted it. Does he still want it? Is what my notes say. Then we cut to Aegon. Guys, let's just talk about Aegon for a second. Oh God, I love the guy. I absolutely love the guy. And I want him to come. I want him to be king. I want him to come back and be king. He is such a good actor, and the way I felt for him, I have felt for Aegon more than any other king in my entire Game of Thrones lore and history, and the amount of times I've seen it. I never wanted Ned to be king, so I didn't have those feelings. Robert was a good king, but the crown wasn't. He wasn't suited to be where he was. There was too many people around him that were snakes, and he was too pure and surrounded by that many snakes that it would never have worked. Aegon is my favorite king, even over Viserys. Viserys was brilliant, but Aegon he's changed. I hated him at the beginning when he was graping people and he was doing the things that he was doing, and now I feel for the guy every single damn week. So yeah, it's absolutely insane. I absolutely think Damon was not dreaming. Interesting. Okay, yeah, it's questionable. There's certain things in me say he wasn't, and then there's certain things of me that say he was. The music amped up. We didn't see any Alice Rivers this week, which was interesting. Aegon looks just like Viserys. Yeah, He does. I think that's by design, of course, as well. But yeah, fantastic. Looked exactly like him. So good. A little bit different to what I was expecting in the books. I remember in the books they cannot remove his Valyrian armor, so I don't know where they go with that in the show. It's very different. First time I saw that actor is in Dunkirk, and he is a very good actor. Okay, yeah, Tom Carney, is it? I'll have to check out. I think I've seen Dunkirk before, but I never made the connection with the two characters. I'll have to check it out. Poppin says it impressed me how he was walking this week. I mean, he was just deep fried like a chicken nugget. How people these days fall off a bike and they're laid up long. Yeah. We saw Alice Rivers this week. She was just a goat. Oh no. Yeah, she probably was. She probably was just a goat. You never know. I think it's between dreaming and reality. Whatever poison Alice pours into his drink. Yeah, Jojen paste. Interesting. Aegon the Scarred. I like that name. Aegon the Scarred. Nice, Francis. And everyone's laughing at Poppins' statement. Yeah. Let's go through these next notes. Aegon looks fantastic. Larys tells Aegon that he is improving. Then we see Corlys meeting with Adam of Hull. He needs his help with chartered vessels for Rhaenyra. Wait outside the harbour until asked and take a message to somebody. Corlys tells Alan of his brother claiming a dragon. Alan claims that he is of the salt and the sea and has no ambition to fly dragons. So, yeah, if you're paying attention to the dialogue, guys, and you're paying attention to what other people have been saying, then you should know what's going on. So, yeah. Adam says he is of salt and sea. Then we cut to Lady Jane. She is sending Rhaena and the babies, Viserys and Aegon III, I believe. She is sending them on their ride to Pentos after Joffrey is staying to ward for her and to cupbearer. And also she's got the two dragons, but they can't protect her. Then we see Rhaena running off into the woods and looking at the burnt sheep once again. That's a story that's going stupid things. Connected. My Wi-Fi? Is my Wi-Fi going to come back? Yep. She's getting that dragon, says Mitchie. What dragon? The one that's burning all the one that's burning all the sheep? Yeah. Interesting. We haven't seen it though, right? We haven't seen the dragon yet. If it's stealing sheep, then it's clearly going to be Sheep Stealer, which is a dragon I have mentioned to you guys in the past. Yeah, maybe we'll see Sheep Stealer. It's an interesting way to go with it. As I said before, Sheep Stealer, Vermithor, and Silverwing all live in the Dragon Mount on Dragonstone, and they are wild dragons and they live on Dragonstone. So to have the wild dragon out at the Vale is a little bit weird. Like, those dragons would never go over there to eat. But this is the show, this isn't the book, so they do different things. They do things a little bit different. Definitely interesting. Yeah. The group of Rhaenyra are going to Pentos. I think we are missing a person in our group. Rhaenyra, don't be suspicious. Or Rhaena, sorry. Yeah, is my math right? That's 7 dragons for Team Black and 3 for Team Green. Yeah, Syrax, Vermithor, Silverwing, Jace's dragon, Sea Smoke. Yeah. 7 and 3 for the Greens. Correct. And then we had mention of other dragons this episode. Daeron was mentioned that his dragon was flying Tessarion. His dragon Tessarion had taken the wing, so wonder where we're going to go with that. I do still think that we might not get to see Tessarion this season. It might be a season 3 dragon. But yeah, the dragons this episode. Wow. That's where the budget went, guys. Excuse me. You can tell where the budget went, right? Team Green, Vagar, Tessarion, and Dragon of Helena. Yeah, Dreamfire. Speaking of Dreamfire, I don't know if people have seen the after episode thing. Yeah, Dreamfire, LSAPC's got it. Can't freaking wait to see. I could not believe when I watched the after show thing that Aegon has asked Helena, that Aemond has asked Helena. Interesting. Yeah, I won't go too far into that because I know some people don't watch that thing and they don't want spoilers for next week. But yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if they're going to actually do it. I don't know. Alicent rides alone in the woods, speaking with Sir Rickard. Sir Rickard asks when she wants to return to the city, and Alicent says, "I have not decided yet." Jace asks if Mysaria is behind the Adams' ascension. Jace calls them Mongols. So again, I get too caught up with book stuff. They've switched it completely. They've absolutely switched it in the show. In the book, this is all Jason's idea. All Jace wants to have more Dragon Riders on his side and have more people fighting for the Team Black. It's not Rhaenyra, it's Jace. Jace sets up all the meetings with the Dragon Seeds, has all this stuff. And in the show, it's made out that Jace has nothing to do with it and kind of resents it as well. Like, they've brought in the question of the prophecy. He even says that in this. Jace questions his mother on his parenthood. Blood of the dragon is diluted, says Jace. Did the Conqueror's dream foretell that? That's an interesting way of changing the story, because the Conqueror's dream isn't something that's in the book. And because it's in the show, it gives Jace a different understanding of the reasons as to why his mother is doing what she's doing and why it is important for a Targaryen to be on the throne. So I kind of like it. It makes sense. So well done, Ryan Condal, for changing what I was thinking was a very good part of Jace's storyline. Mitchie noticed Helena wearing the blue dress as they talk about her taking flight in the preview for next week. I have to ponder my thoughts about Jace before I comment on him. Okay. Yeah, well, we are going to be here tomorrow. So please ponder on those thoughts and we can talk about it. Jace's argument is sound in my opinion. He just wants to secure a no-conflict throne for his mum, but Jace, conflict does not stop and it comes to many. Yeah. Guys, these chats are coming in fast. I love it. I don't think Rhaenyra has more faith in Mysaria. I think that it's just the counsel she needed at the time. Jace feels betrayed because him being a dragon rider made no one question him being... Yeah. Made no one question him being a dragon rider. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Now everyone can question Jace. Very, very well caught. Very well caught, Mitchie. Yeah, what makes Jason special now? What makes him special? You know, he's not the tallest, he's not the most handsome, he's not the strongest, he's not got the biggest dragon anymore. Why is he next in line? It's a very interesting statement. Jason even calls them mongrels. Blood of the dragon is diluted, he says. Did the Conqueror's dream foretell that? Rhaenyra says both these riders... Rhaenyra says, with these riders we can end this war. Jace questions his mother on his parenthood. Different approach from Jace from the books. Mysaria sends word to the capital to collect potential dragon seeds, and the dragon seeds are complete. Ulf claims Silverwing. Interesting. I like that. I like how that happened. He got knocked off the plinth by Vermithor and was trying to stay alive down there in the dragon pit. It's one of the most scariest moments in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon history for me. Loved that whole sequence of scenes. You can definitely see where they put all the money. Like, the dragons in this episode and in this series have a completely different and own personality to each of them. They all look different, which I absolutely love. You can distinctly tell which dragon is which by just looking at them. Whereas when Dany was flying her dragons in the main show, yeah, you could tell Drogon was the biggest, but the other two, they feel like they were just there to be there. Like, they don't really do much. Yeah, one gets claimed by the Night King and all that stuff. And is that going to happen in the books? Is George going to do that? We are yet to find out with Winds of Winter. So, I'm a little bit skeptical as to what they do with Dany's dragons in the book. Good thing Jace does have. Good thing Jace does not have a beard. I will mistake him. The dragon whispers. We're all like, I'm out. Yeah. The dragon whisperers. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, the dragon trainers saw this as a disrespect to them. You know, they got close. They put their lives on the line to train these things for her and for her people, and she just brings up a whole bunch of new people, and it's like, look, we don't need you, you know. And I like what they did with the dragons. Like last week, I was a little bit annoyed that we didn't have this line that I was expecting, and people going to try and claim. But really, it is the dragon that allows you to claim it. So it's the dragon that chooses who its rider is. It's not the rider that chooses. It's the dragon. And in this show, that emphasizes that more with the fact that they're such a big, ferocious beast. And you know, Vermithor. Oh, Vermithor was so good. As soon as they went in and they didn't start singing to him, I thought, okay, this is wrong. You need to sing to Vermithor. You know? What do you think to Hugh Hammer? So Hugh Hammer claims Vermithor. Interesting. Did you guys see this coming? Did you know that was going to happen with all these episodes of Hugh being teased? And I know Randy said in the group chat with the Horsemen, his favorite character got to ride a dragon. So I will check with him later on, unless he's in the chat and he wants to speak up. Yeah, Randy, who was your favorite character that finally got a dragon? I would love to know. Yep, knew it was coming, 100%. Okay, interesting. I love how they did that. I had something completely different in mind for the dragon seed. I can't wait to hear what you thought. Yeah, interesting. Hugh, I am here. I am ready. Hugh Hammer is a badass, right? He just looks so good. He is the part. I like that we had the conversation with his wife. Yeah, interesting. Cool, guys. Well, 32 minutes. I try not to be on longer than half an hour, so we will just quickly go through these. Dragon seeds. The look on some of the dragon seeds is fear, and some of them it is awe. What a shot with Vermithor and Rhaenyra. Vermithor says no to the first few. Ulf falls off. Hugh scrambles around for a little bit. Hugh Hammer claims Vermithor. Let's go. Ulf running in the dragon pit. We see Silverwing for the first time. Oh my god, he is amazing. Silverwing doesn't eat Ulf. Ulf claims Silverwing. Daeron has taken to Wing and his dragon to Serion. Silverwing flies over the capital with Ulf flying on his back. Aemond hurried on horseback, which was an interesting one. He went on horseback for the first time and rode to Vhagar, and Vhagar wasn't in the dragon bits. She was just outside the capital walls, just waiting. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Then my note says here, this shit is getting real. Oh my god, what am I watching? Aemond flies Vhagar. Oh my god, that ending. Dragons roaring. So I did notice at the end of that episode, this is the second time in the entire show that Aemond shows fear. He had a look of fear on his face. Yeah, he had the look of fear on his face when he was in the dragon pit when he was a child and he first saw Dreamfire. When Dreamfire fires in the cave and he gets knocked back onto his arse, he had fear then. He also had fear again in this episode. He tells Vhagar to turn away and flee. Do not continue on the path that you are going, because we see this shot that we see with Rhaenyra, with Vermithor, with Syrax, with Silverwing on top of the castle. What an ending. Just so good, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. I just assumed they'd all line up at once. Yeah, that's the way it is in the books. They line up and they take their attempts, and some people win, some people don't. Some people get eaten, some people don't. I can't wait to talk about it once it's all over and I can finally let it all out, and we can have the discussions as to whether the book was better or if the show is better. I'm safely going to say that you will probably think that the show is better. It's a more pleasing visual thing to see than having to read it. But yeah, maybe Silverwing did not eat Ulf because He was dosed to dragon piss. This is Dave. Dosed in dragon piss. Oh, love it. He was scared Vagar was about to. Yeah. Well, I had the line of Viserys in my head. It is an illusion that we control the dragons. I think Jeremy even wrote it in the group chat today. It was his morning greeting message for Dragon Day. Yeah, interesting. We will talk about it more in detail tomorrow. I have a detailed slideshow to break down. I have 13 images provided to me from HBO and Max. Thank you, HBO. Thank you, Max, and thank you guys in the chat for being here, supporting me on this journey, and allowing me to get the access that I get. So yeah, that's my notes. Let me just check if I have any messages. Oh wow, I have a book from Mitchie. Can't wait to read that. Jeremy sent me an image, or sent the group chat an image. Oh wow, I love that. Episode 2 out of 7, 20 out of 10. No headset Milky, 100 out of 10. I've got new earbuds, and yeah, they actually work. So we're using earbuds, but they went dead on me because I was watching the episode before I came and talked with you guys. I don't know if it's going to show, but yeah, we have an image from Jeremy. Love it. Thank you for sending that. That's made me laugh. Mitchie's still typing. I can't wait to read what she's put. Lay the Great TV. If anybody hasn't gone over there and messaged them and reached out and subscribed, please go over there. Say hey. Tell them that Milky sent you. They just got back to me with a message saying, yeah, next week I'm off work, so we might have a guest with us for next Monday for the finale, and we'll be talking all things season 2 House of the Dragon. Yes, I'm back to the reviews as soon as I get back. That was their message back to me. So absolutely fantastic. Council time in the morrow. Have your balls ready, everybody. Yes, have your balls ready, polished, cleaned, and arrive on time if you can. We will be jumping straight into appointing new council members, or just appointing council members. We do have one, and at the end of this stream I will be messaging my hand, so stay tuned tomorrow to see who the hand is. And yeah, all these positions will be held for the entire year, or even 2, depends how long it takes to get season 3. And if you guys are still with me on the channel when we get to season 3, your position is safe. If we have new people, we have new people. We may upgrade some of the council members to be lords of the 7 kingdoms. I need people to be Lord of Winterfell. I need people to be, the Lord of Dawn and the Lord, all those kind of things. So we're going to be getting there. But yeah, I give this episode an absolute 10 out of 10. It couldn't have got any better than what it did. It set up and finished the dragon seeds in such a perfect way. And don't forget, next week is the last one. I know that's hard to say. Next week is the last episode of this season. I don't know how I feel about that right now. It's gone quick. But we're here. We've done it. And yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. Absolute love it. Dragon Riders. Yeah, we can have Dragon Riders. We can have sellswords. Exactly, guys. The only thing we can't have is a usurper. The throne is mine, and nobody's taking it from me. I will block and remove anyone that tries to usurp my throne. And you won't want to mess with my Kingsguard. You, especially my commander of the Kingsguard, you will not want to mess with this person. So, with that being said, my name has been Ryan. This has been our council meeting for episode 7. This has been a kind of quick after show review. We will be back tomorrow with more breakdown. Your army is strong. Your dragons are bigger. Correct. Thank you, Jeremy. That is correct. But yeah, guys, we're going to get out of here. It's been a bit long as it is. Mitchie, please don't apologize. I absolutely love your random messages. I live for them. I genuinely live for people talking with me about this show and just reaching out. So please don't ever be sorry, and please keep doing them. Guys, send me your memes if you want to get on the meme of the week. We do have some memes that have been sent by Fidel, your master of laws. He has sent me some throughout this week, and he is at SDCC, so he might not be able to make it tomorrow night, but if he can, he can. And yeah, that's it. 10 out of 10. You guys loved it. I loved it, and we are going to be back tomorrow. Stay tuned. I will post the thumbnail in the next hour or two, so stay tuned. You'll be able to save your seat. But yeah, that's about it, guys. 40 minutes, this one. I love you all. Thank you very much. And we will see you on the morrow. Oh, I did have a background. Where did it go? Oh, there you go. You saw it. Check the comments before we get out of here. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, everybody in chat. I love you all. We will see you later. Remember, have those questions ready for me. And let's do it, shall we? Let's play this and then we'll get out of here.
Alan! 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 Al! Alan! 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 Alan!
The Copacabana. Music and fashion is always the passion at the Copa. Hey! Are you filming me in the bath? Get out! Away, man!